Why aren't enterprise salespeople closing more and bigger deals? Is it because they aren't articulating the value proposition in a compelling and confident way? They're shaky on their competitive knowledge? They aren't closing for the next steps? How can you enable your sales force to be more effective in communicating and closing? With these questions in mind, Whiteboard Selling has identified 3 key challenges that impact sales effectiveness. The first challenge is compelling communication. Market-leading organizations have a compelling message, but not every member of the sales organization can convey that message in a confident, compelling, and consistent way to executive-level buyers. If salespeople over-rely on PowerPoint, what we call the PowerPoint crutch, they won't have enough ownership or confidence in the solutions they're selling. Research in psychology shows that you can't be persuasive if you're not confident, and that other people will unconsciously pick up on that lack of confidence. Lack of confidence is contagious. Ideally, salespeople should learn how to communicate without slides. The second challenge is enablement. Organizations invest heavily in product training for sales. Salespeople sit in a room for a day, and 8 hours later they walk out bleary-eyed and shell-shocked. They've been bombarded with slide presentation after slide presentation on the latest and greatest products, features, and functions. They're lucky if they retain 20% of what was presented. The third challenge is assessment and measurement. It's difficult to gauge the intangibles of why a salesperson isn't successful. Sales managers can't go on every single sales call. All the CRM, SFA, and other systems will never answer the basic question of why a particular salesperson is not effective. Whiteboard Selling has the solution to these challenges. They will work closely with your marketing, sales, and enablement teams to change the sales culture of your organization. They will free your sales teams from their dependency on slides and inspire them to communicate your unique value on a whiteboard or any other drawing surface in a confident, compelling, and consistent way. You'll never draw something on a whiteboard that's not in your head. Whiteboard Selling calls this the power of the pen, the power of a salesperson at any experience level to stand in front of a C-level buyer and deliver an interactive presentation with complete confidence and command of the material. Studies show that people pay attention to movement in the visual field. PowerPoint slides are static, but if someone is writing on a whiteboard, there is movement, and you will find yourself automatically engaged. The data also suggests that when people engage in writing, literally writing with their hand, their brains are engaged in a different and deeper way than if they are not writing. When salespeople practice telling your story while writing it on a whiteboard, they learn the story at a deeper level and retain it longer. And there are also findings that show people learn and absorb information best in story form. When salespeople are talking and drawing on a whiteboard, it's easy for them to tell a story. And often, the prospect is so engaged in the story that he or she jumps up to the whiteboard and grabs the pen to participate in the discussion. The whiteboard selling method is interactive and engaging. It sticks. It empowers your prospects to own the story too. Here's an example. The day after one of Whiteboard Selling's enablement symposiums, a salesperson presented his company's whiteboard to a VP of IT at a large Boston-based financial institution. After the meeting, the VP wrote "SAVE" on the whiteboard, and several days later, he himself presented the story to the CIO of the company. The result? A $1.1 million deal closed within 30 days. So how do you make the sales culture change? Whiteboard Selling works hand in hand with your marketing and enablement teams to transform PowerPoint presentations, PDFs, and other documents and sales tools into simple, powerful visual stories that are easily understood and deliverable by sales teams. Over 40,000 field staff around the globe have been trained at Whiteboard Selling half-day and full-day enablement symposiums. Participants learn both solution knowledge and whiteboarding skills and best practices. Salespeople walk out energized, empowered, and ready to present their whiteboard to high-level buyers the very next day. The data shows that it works. After a recent anonymous web-based survey, 79% of the respondents said that the training increased their comfort